everybody. Welcome to Kiki's Chat Show. Can you hear me still? Are you there? Are you there? Welcome to Kiki's Chat Show. As you know, since the pandemic, I've been doing African diaspora issues. I talk to Africans about Africa. We talk about all sorts of things. We don't care. We do not discriminate. We are talking about things that concern us Africans, us melanated people, us Black people. We are proud of our Blackness. We're proud of our Africa. We are especially proud of Ghana. Today, I have a very beautiful young girl with me, and she has had experiences. She traveled to a foreign country, but she's back. And since she's been back, she's going to tell us all sorts of things about herself, about why we should be careful where we go, why we should be careful about ourselves, especially when we are representing our country. This is a very young girl with an old brain. She knows a lot of things. She says wise things. I've watched her on YouTube. She has a page called Gina's Lifestyle. And Gina's Lifestyle talks about everything. Everything. She talks about her life. She says all the truth, her truth, and she's also keen to do other things. Now, as this chat goes, you will see why I have Gina on here and why Gina and I have become friends and why Gina and I are talking today. Welcome to my show, Gina.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
It's okay. Now, Gina, the reason why we're chatting is because I found you on YouTube and you were talking about your experiences whilst you were in Saudi. And then suddenly things changed. And also let's just start gently with, how did you get to Saudi? People want to know.
I went to Saudi by agency. Yeah.
Okay.
I went
somebody told you, or you saw the advert, or what?
No, the house I was staying in, there was a friend who is a northerner. So that lady's her elder sister was already there. So they were planning for the other sister to go. So at that time the lady was going, I was having a baby, 7 months baby. So I told the lady that I have interest in traveling. So if she goes and things goes well for her, you should let me know. So after my daughter got to 1 year going, that time she is grown up, I can leave her for my mom to go and continue my life. Then I heard from my friend, and my friend introduced her agent to me. So for me, I called the agent myself, and nobody forced me to go to Saudi. I went to the agent myself, and he asked me a lot of questions. Am I ready? Because there's a lot of stories that why do I want to go? Then I said, I want to go, although I know there's a lot of stories going on. But for me, that's the word I told them. Agent, that I'm a light. So whenever I go to where there's a darkness, I'm going to bright there. I'll shine there. So I was very positive person. So that's what I told the agent, and everything started from there. So nobody forced me to go to Saudi. I went there myself.
Okay. So you're in Saudi, and did your first placement, how did it go? You just get down from the plane and then they take you to your first house, or how does the introduction occur?
It's the sponsor who will give you the visa. and the sponsor who did everything for me. So when I got my tickets, I went there on, I think I started my journey here 13th March 2017, and I go to Saudi 14th March 2017, the next day. And then my boss, who is my sponsor, came in. I stayed at the airport for about almost 2-3 hours, because when we got there, it was late. So early in the morning, from 7-8 going, then the man came and took me from the airport to help.
Okay. So did you just stay with this particular family all through, or you moved from one family to another? How does it work?
I supposed to stay with that's a disclaimer. I'm not, let me make this thing clear here. When you get there, you need to be smart. I'm not saying that it's good. No, it's not good. But when you get there, like, everything will go well. It depends on you. You have to know
It
how
depends on you, not the family.
Yeah. No, not. Because for them, because they have paid that money, pay your tickets and everything, so they are not going to treat you very well. You get me? They will treat you, let me in quotes, like you were a slave to them.
Yeah.
That's why, they brought you. Yeah. So the way things were going, then I said, no, I have to, either I'll come back to Ghana or I will run away or change my house. And I know that people were not ready to change my house for me. And I wasn't also ready to come back to Ghana. So the best thing I have to do is to run away. So I ran away.
So can you give me a few examples? Because when I watched your YouTube page, I saw when you had the accident with your hand. Can you tell us about the accident with your hand?
Yeah, so after I left that house, I moved to a different family, working every day. So I stay with the people I get the accident. I stay with them for 2 years without changing house. Although I was run away, but I was staying in the same house. I don't change my house. So one day I was there, and it was Ramadan time.
Mm-hmm.
So every Ramadan time, they have to go to their family house for family gathering. And I do the cooking, I do everything for the family. So when we were going, I was even tired, because Ramadan, how the work is. One of the son even asked the woman that I'm tired, so they should leave me behind so that I can rest. But the woman insisted that I have to go with them because she has employed me. So wherever she will go, I have to follow her. So when we went early in the morning, we prepared breakfast, and then in the night we were preparing dinner. And they have some butter in the can, very big can, like the tin tomatoes, big one in Ghana here. So I was cutting it, and I was using tin cutter to cut, but it got to a point it was not cutting. So I said, let me do it in Ghana way. So I used the knife, start cutting it, and then it's flipped. So when it's flipped, then my hand go to where I used the tin cutter, that sharp part, then it's crashed with my hand. So that's how the accident occurred.
And then what happened?
So after the accident happened, and there was an Indonesian lady too in the same family, we tried our best to stop the blood, but it was not stopping. So the lady went to them. They were all sitting at the hall, and she went and called them that this is what has happened to me, so they should come and see whether they would take me to hospital. But unfortunately, the people, that's funny. The people I was working for them, they didn't even attend to me. But it's a family member who sent her daughter to come and see how I'm doing. And they took me to hospital and they stitched it. After that, they brought me back home. Yeah, so.
And then you carried on working?
Yeah, I carried on working. Even the next day, my dear, It's not easy. They have bandaged my hand, and you see the picture I showed on my thumbnail. I have bandaged my hand, and my hand it's swelling, and they were still asking me to go and clean the bathrooms, go and cook. So I can't even use my hand to cut, my right hand to cut. I was using my left hand to cut and be doing everything, cleaning the house, ironing, everything that I'm supposed to do as my work. I was using my left hand to do. So it took me, I think, almost 2 months before it started healing for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it the norm that even if you are hurt, you do not have any insurance or anything? Or is it because you had run away from the original people, so these people didn't care how they treated you, or what?
Okay, I must say that I was a runaway, but they could have done something to support me. They could have done something, or even if I'm under contract.
People, you have to bear with me.
Favor us.
Yeah, you carry on.
Nothing favor us there. They see us like a slaves. Nothing, my dear. We are nothing to them.
So, if that is the case, these people who were maltreating you, were they paying you monthly or whatever, that you could just take an aeroplane and come back? Or what?
They were paying me every month.
Okay. So why did you have to go to the embassy before you could get back to Accra?
Yeah, the reason why I went to the embassy is, I told you, I terminated my contract. I ran away. So I was not having passport, and they have something called a residence permit. That's the ICAMA. I was not having. So let's say my passport. I don't have, you can't travel without passport. So the reason why I went to the Ghana embassy is that I went there to let them know.
People, every time there's silence is because it's raining heavily in Ghana. So the internet is a little bit not clear. So don't worry, we are still on, and she will come on and say some more.
Hey, network.
Yeah, the network is. You have to go carry on. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so the reason why I went there is I was not having passport. And if you don't have passport, you can't travel. So I went to Ghana embassy purposely, that I went and report to them that I'm a Ghanaian and I'm a runaway. So I want to come back to Ghana. So they have to, when you go there like that, they will prepare you a TC. That's the traveling document, temporary traveling document. Yeah. For me to use it to come back to Ghana. That's
okay, so when you went to the embassy, were you running away from your second people? Is that what it was?
My second people? No, my second people, I didn't run away from them because they took me outside. So I was not having any problem with them. They said they still like me, I should stay with them. So at the end of the day, it was a little bit misunderstanding between us because they don't want me to come. But I told them that I'm tired and I have left my baby behind, so I want to come back to Ghana and come and take care of my baby. Then they said, okay, they have given me 4 months, I should go and come back. But I'm not going back to them again.
But while you were there, I remember you advising other people not to leave their jobs and try as much as possible to stay in a job. Because I used to watch you once in a while, and I used to see you saying, try and stay in the job, don't leave. It's very good. Once you have a job, you should do it. Don't steal, don't take their things. In fact, you were telling them there was camera everywhere, even in the bathroom. I saw all that. Yeah.
Yes, I know. And everything I say, I mean it, because sometimes if life is good in Ghana here, I don't think everybody will get up and go.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not saying you cannot make a life in Ghana here. You get me? Yeah. Can you hear me? So if I make that statement, I mean it, and that's the reason. Because me myself, if I was getting something income, what is maybe stable, that I know that maybe every month my salary is 100 cedis, I can depend on that. I can manage. You get me? But it wasn't like that. So I went there to search for job. That's the reason. You get me? And sometimes if you are living in a good condition and
yes, if your conditions were favorable, you would never go to Saudi and be treated like a slave, because people say they suffer in Ghana, and yet the level of suffering that people suffer in Saudi, unless you are there, you will never imagine it. I can see you now. You're back. Yeah.
I'm back. Please, the network is not very crap because of it's rain. So that's the reason. So like the way I was saying, I know sometimes people do insult us, those of us who have been, people do really insult us, but maybe they may not know the reason. You get me?
Yeah.
Because if things are okay for us or some girls, I don't think they would have get up and go. You get me? If the person is maybe after SHS, the person is getting some job to do, or we have some skills doing, busy every day, going up and down, it will not even come to our mind that we want to travel. You get me? But the situation, sometimes the situation we found ourselves in, that's the reason why we make decisions, even if it's not good. Because me, myself, the agent asked me several questions. Are you ready to be going? Then I said, I'm ready. I want to go. You get me?
But when you were saying, I want to go, did you actually know the dangers of going? Because you see, somebody will want to go abroad. They'll say, are you sure? Do you want to go? They'll say yes. And they'll find themselves in a boat on a way somewhere. They'll go and drown. Some people will find themselves in a desert, no water. Meanwhile, they are determined to go abroad because they think there is, they will get a job and everything. And yet, even on the way to get there, they are not told the full truth. Somebody is asking that, has it been your experience that some of the people who bring these opportunities to you are trustworthy people? Like pastors, family members, etc. And that is why you go? Today's chat is being disturbed by the internet a lot. This is not good. Are you back? Hello, you're back. I can see you.
KK. Network.
Yeah, they say.
Can you repeat the question?
The question is it pastors and trusted family members who attract you to go? And do you think that when you got there, all the things they said was not true, or you think what they said was true?
For me, nobody, no pastor or family member introduced me. It was my friend. You get me? And my friend didn't even force me. Oh. I told her, I told her that if you go and you know that things are okay and they are paying you every month, I'm ready to go. So let me know. You get me? Then my friend
Yeah.
gave me the agent's number. Then I went myself. So my family member, nobody knew I was traveling until my papers were ready. Before.
But do you not know that these people, they even kill people, they throw people over apartments, and do you not know that these people, some people have had accidents, they've been thrown over apartment blocks, some of them have been killed, some of them are raped. I mean, these are the stories we hear. We don't know. This is what we hear. And did you not hear any of this?
Let me say, I was not having more knowledge about the whole Saudi thing. You get me? But I heard some stories. Immediately they said, I want to go to Saudi. Then people will be giving you stories. Even at the airport, when we were going, they fought with us. They don't want us to go. But we struggled with them. And then we went. You get me? Sometimes the condition we found ourselves in, that's the reason.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Sometimes maybe we are not financially stable. You get me? We can't survive without money, or we can't survive without getting job to do. You get me? So maybe, that's the reason why. And at times too, whenever they say it, we don't believe it. We want to go and see.
For yourself.
And when I got, trust me, for ourselves. That's how sometimes we behave. I'm not talking for everybody, but me, myself, I thought. Because I already told the agent that get there, my light will shine there. So I will go there and they will like me, or I'm not going to encounter any problem. That was my positive, because like I was.
Are you back? The history of Saudi and how it treats Black people is very, very, very terrible. And it is something which we all need to, you're back. What I'm saying is the history of Saudi and these Middle Eastern countries, they don't see Black people as human beings. They don't even want to see you eating their food from their fridge. It's as if they will treat their animals better than you, their dog. And, there was this girl who went to Saudi Arabia, and her job in the evening was to bath the snake, the pet snake in the house. Now, why would you put yourself through this? Why?
Yeah. And sometimes too, they don't give us the truth story about the whole work. You get me?
Yeah.
We thought we are going to work. And when I was in Ghana, I was already doing a housemaid job before I got pregnant, and I stopped. You get me? So I said, okay, housemaid job, I have done some before. So I can do that. So let me go and do it. I didn't know that there's a too much problem attached to it until I got there.
So, my dear Gina, right now, what is your life like? So you managed to get to the embassy. You managed to stay in a detention center in the embassy.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? So
it's not. Okay, I'm listening.
How many people were in the detention center with you?
Ghanaian?
Yeah.
For me, I only spoke with the Ghana embassy people that I want to go to Ghana, and they direct me to go to the deportation center to go and
Okay.
start my process there. So they were aware that I'll be coming there this date, this time, this round. You get me? So when I
Yeah.
got there, and then when you go there and you were not blocked, like the way I ran away, sometimes I know some people who are there and they have been blocked. Some people are
Blocked
there.
how? Blocked how?
You know that they have a system. When you go to the airport, they attach your fingerprints with your boss. You get me? So everything that I will do, you are in the system. So when you run away and it's not your fault, your boss can go and block you and put maybe some case on you that you have steal or you have taken something from the house and run away. So when you go there and you are blocked, that's where your problems is going to start. You are going to solve your problem, or Ghana embassy, if they can help you to solve, then they will help you to solve. If they can't help you, then maybe if you go to jail, then they will jail you. The time they're supposed to jail you, then you come back to Ghana.
So are you telling me that there are girls in prisons jailed in Saudi because of trumped up charges?
Yeah, I don't know some personally, but I stand to be corrected. I know still there's people there.
So you were at the deportation place, you got your papers,
when I got there, I wasn't blocked. So they continued doing my process for me. And then the embassy people came and prepared my traveling documents for me. That's my TC for me.
I see. So, and then you got back to Ghana. All the time you were working there, all the time you were working in Saudi, you were saving money to build a house because your dream was to build your own house and never live in a landlord's house again. And that is why you went to Saudi. Right?
No, when I was going, I was going to look for capital that I can, maybe if I come back home, I can use to start something small for myself.
Okay.
But when I got there, then I said, why don't I start building my own house?
Yeah. So you decided to build your own house.
Yeah. Yes.
And then
so I decided to. I built it.
Well done. You built your own house with the money that you worked in Saudi. I am so proud of you. And that is one of the reasons why I was watching and I realized you had run away. I realized you had gone to the deportation center. Hey, I was so scared for you. And then suddenly, and I didn't see you in a long time. So anyway, while she's not here, I'll be saying it. So I didn't see her for a while. So I started sending messages like, Gina, where are you? Where are you? And I started praying. And I was praying. Then one morning, I woke up and I quickly checked the YouTube. And there was Gina in a hotel in Ghana quarantining to be able to go back to her family. Oh, I exulted. I was excited. I'm telling them that after you had gone to do your papers, you suddenly went missing and I didn't see you again. So I was a little bit afraid that where is this girl? And I was praying and praying. And then one morning, I saw you at a hotel in Ghana in quarantine singing a song. You know, you remember? Oh, this is not good because there's so much to Gina's story. When she comes back, we have to hurry up and say it all so that these pauses. There's very big storm in Ghana at the moment, and I think that's what's. Oh, she's totally gone now. Anyway, I'll tell you the story. So somehow I saw Gina one of the days that I was playing around on the internet on YouTube. And when I saw her, she was in Saudi working. And I used to watch her. She'll be advising people not to steal anything. Don't take food that don't touch the people's jewelry. Don't do this. And she said, if you go into the bathroom, dress up in the bathroom. Do not come into your bedroom naked because the people will see you. They keep watching on the etc. etc. One day she was cleaning the house and she broke a glass. And when the madam came, she went to tell the madam, oh, I'm sorry, I broke a glass. And the madam said, don't worry, I know, I saw it. So basically they were watching. You see, I watch you a lot. So Gina then, who was quite happy to work for these people, even when she cut her hand, it was bleeding, it was swollen, she couldn't do, she was crying. She was still working. Then Gina decided to come to Ghana. She couldn't take it anymore. She had a good cry on YouTube. I saw you crying. And then she vanished from the scene and I began to pray. So Gina became my project. Every day I will check YouTube. And I don't even know you. I do not know you. I'd never seen you. Apart from YouTube, I didn't know who you were. But I kind of liked you. I don't know why. So one morning, I saw that you were in the hotel in Ghana. Hey, I was jumping. When you were singing that song, I was singing with you. I was happy in my house. This is how amazing life is, my people. Listeners. This is what happened.
The reason why, can you hear me, Kiki?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Network.
Anyway, so while Gina is struggling with her network, she did appear in Ghana. But you said something before you vanished, before you changed your mind to leave. You said something which was, I have achieved, today is one of my achievements. Do you want to tell people what your achievement was? Okay. Her achievement was she had been sending money for her house to be built. And her sister, she has a twin, and it's her sister and her mother, and they have built the house and they took photos, sent it to her. And she thought, that's it, I'm not staying anymore. And this is how the whole thing happened. So she never got the money that she needed as a top up to finish her house and set up a business. But there are many untold parts of the story I haven't told you because it is too sensitive. So anyway, Gina, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So do you want to tell us some? I've been telling them some of the things I saw, but you can tell us yourself about your achievement, what you achieved while, whilst you were in Saudi and all of that.
Okay. The reason why I vanished, I have explained that on one of my videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
The reason why I was offline is that when you go to the embassy, camera is not allowed there. Even the police working there, they don't come. They don't come to work with their phone. They will only come with the small phone that the Ghana we call it Yam. Mm-hmm. That's the phone they use to work there. So you as a detainee, you can't go there with your camera. They will take everything. So they took my phone that I have a camera, WhatsApp and everything. They took it from me. They put it down there until when I was about to set off to Ghana, then they gave me my phone. So that's the reason why I was off from social media. But I was using small phone that I communicate with my mom and my daughter.
So
that's the reason.
Yeah. Also, I was telling them about your achievement. Tell them one day you made an announcement that you have achieved something in your life and you wanted to share it with the world. What was that?
Yeah, like the way I was saying it, when I was going, I went there to go and look for capital so that when I come back home, I'll use it to do something for myself. But when I got there, then I got to realize that I can manage the situation there. I can manage and work because I understood.
Carry on, I can hear you.
I understood that life doesn't come out easy. Sometimes you need to sacrifice. Sometimes you need to work hard. You get me? Then I said, let me build my house. That's where everything started. Then I started building my own house. And I think it's my house that kept me long there. If not my house, maybe I would have come back early 1 year, or I would not be up to 2 years. But because if I look the little money I have put in it in the building, and coming home, the house is not ready for me to go and stay there, go and rent another house or apartment. Then I said, let me continue working because hard working is not going to kill me. So that's the reason why I built my own house. And also, I have a daughter and I left her at a very tender age. And I know that Baomis, my daughter will grow up and ask me, Mommy, I heard you went to Saudi Arabia and what did you make? You get me? Baomis, that girl will ask me. So what am I going to tell her? Maybe I'm not going to say, oh, I went to Saudi.
Yeah. So she went to Saudi, she built a house.
So I want to get something to show it to her that this is what I got when I went for slavery. Yeah.
And then she came and her mother and her sibling, everybody, there was a big party in the house. I know when I actually rang you, there was so much noise in the background in this party. I couldn't even hear what you were saying. Do you remember? Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes. So, now Gina is busy. She is tiling her bathroom by herself. She is doing a lot of things by herself. So I think that one of the reasons why I think we're going to get to the point where we should advise other young girls about Saudi Arabia. But in the interim, I need people to let us help Gina finish her house. We have to help Gina finish her house. So if you want to help me help Gina, contact me. I will give you her direct line for, how do they call that thing? Momo. And people can help you because, in fact, Gina's bathroom, that's where we are at the moment. People gave her tiles, and she herself, she had this guy helping her. The guy won't come in the morning, Ghana style. He will not come. So she herself decided to do her tiling. It's all on YouTube. You can go and check it out. So I need ladies, especially ladies, if you're watching, to help me help Gina, so that together we do something for you. Because Gina didn't have a bad bone in her body. She just went to work. But this suffering is not acceptable. And in fact, she has done something so good that we have to help her finish it. So that's where look at how you're laughing. You're stuck. So we can see your laughter stuck in internet. Yeah. So people, that is it. Now, Gina is going to come back. Her last words are to give advice to young girls who think that Saudi is past just is a good place to be. It is not. Saudi is horrible, and we need to find ways of, I think people need to speak to the government if somebody's watching. And in fact, I hear that there are laws on people. They try to stop people from going to Saudi, and still they go. Some people go as illegals. There is a woman on YouTube or Facebook called Amma Manson, and she is a teacher in Saudi or in Dubai, and she also has her view on it. But I think she's a little bit rough on the women. And the issue is people need to know the story before they go. And they need to see people who have gone through it. It's not, because there are times when people are so determined and nothing can stop them. The Kenyan women and some of these Somalians, and they die. They are maltreated and they die. So please, while we're waiting for Gina to come and give her last word, we need to see how we're going to help Gina finish her house and get her life back. But in the interim, I don't know. There's so many laws on how to, in some countries, Kenya, because they used to bring dead bodies back to Kenya, Kenya made a law to stop the women from going. Recently, some have started going. I think Gina was very lucky that nothing happened to her, and even when she ran away, they didn't pursue her enough to keep her or detain her there. We need to thank God for that. I don't know. I don't know if she's coming back or not. The internet is not good today. But I think we will have to do something about bringing her back on when things are better, just to even give us an update on her life. And yeah, as for somebody saying, Elsie is saying we must let the world know about Saudi Arabia. It's very dangerous as a lay person to talk about Saudi Arabia in a way that may anger them. And then they will exact their behavior upon you. So it is these situations that the UN does nothing when it comes to an African suffering, it seems. The UN are very good to tell us about things happening elsewhere. Everywhere that the UN goes, people die, and they just leave them there. So I don't know what the UN can do about this. But we can write letters if somebody wants to write a letter or somebody wants to research how the situation can be dealt with. I just chanced upon her on YouTube. I do not know Gina. I had never met her before. I was interested in how she was advising people not to do this, not to do that. And now she was the one who fell into the trap. I don't know what the AU can do. The AU is even silent over the coronavirus. So I can't imagine what they can do about an individual like Gina or people like Gina who are poor and are economic migrants. That's what it is. So that's about it. I think the time is practically up. And Gina is not being able to come back. We need to press our government, Ghana, for example, to do something to help these girls. I'm sure there are jobs these girls can do. People just want salaries. People just want to work and be paid money and to get on with their lives and feed their children and buy, buy food. People want an honest living. Women want an honest living. We all do. And some of us have traveled and we're still there. Because of it, we experience racism. We are denigrated, abused, misunderstood, threatened, but we're still out there. So it is, no, but I think it is different levels of suffering. And that's where the situation. Hello, you're back. When you come back, then you're like,
I'm back.
Yes.
Network is very bad. I don't know why.
Well, people are writing a lot of things. People are saying things about Arabia. Are you a Christian or a Muslim?
I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian.
And you were in a Muslimic house?
My dear, they see me like I'm a Satan.
And you were still there?
It's no issue. Yeah, I was still there because after all, no condition is permanent. You get me? No condition is permanent. And after that, now look at me. I'm okay. But I'm not saying it's good that they should treat me that way. But, that's how life is. Sometimes you need to go through some problems. You need to face some challenges. You need to sacrifice. Yes. And now no condition is permanent at all. I keep on saying it in my video. No condition is permanent. Yeah.
Well,
so now I'm here and I'm okay by the grace of God.
Yeah, you are okay. That is the good thing. You have moved away. You are in your own house, even if you are doing your own bathroom. People are wondering what we should do. So we're going to do something. I promise you that. But we'll find a way to sort you out. And believe me when I tell you that you did not come to this world to suffer. You didn't. Situation of suffering has been heaped upon you. It's by individuals, by governments, by people who don't care about their fellow man. They make you suffer. God didn't put you here to suffer. We do make sacrifices, but not to that level. And so start believing what I'm telling you now. And soon, things will change. I want to thank you so much for coming on this show. It has not...
I'm so sorry. The network was very bad.
No, but it's not your fault. It is not your fault. We've had... we managed to have a chat anyway.
And
so
please. Okay.
We will chat again. We will chat again.
Okay. I want your people to know that I'm a YouTuber and I started sharing my story as a housemaid in Saudi Arabia, and now I'm in Ghana and I keep on sharing my life stories. So they should check my channel out. That's Gina's Lifestyle. Yep.
Gina's Lifestyle. That's where she's at. You can go onto YouTube now. She has all the stories there. You can find out, and the parts where you can ask her a question. She will answer you in the chat section.
And there's one thing, Kiki.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
let me
I
take
can.
this opportunity to talk about this. That there's something going on in Ghana, and I've got to realize that, sometimes I don't know whether it's from our parents or our guardians. When they are raising us up, they'll be asking you, what do you want to do? I want to be a teacher. I want to be a nurse. Nobody will say, I want to be a fashion designer. I want to be a restaurant owner. We don't think about skills. You get me? We always think about schooling. And our system is not favoring us that much, because there's a lot of people who
there are a lot of people who have skills and who have inherent skills which they would like to do, but they're not being encouraged to do them. That's what Gina wants to say. And we should try and help people to do things which would favor them. Over here in the Western world, it is so. A young boy comes out, he's a chef, and he's a good chef, and he has his hotel, his restaurant. People do those things. But in Ghana, they just want to hear lawyer, doctor, teacher, and that's it, But it's not just academic.
So one thing I want to talk about is that this network. So one thing I want to say, talk about is we the youth, we should learn more skills. You get me? We should start learning skills, even if you were a graduate or you have the effort, or your parents have the effort, everything that they can use to support you to be a graduate. Aside the schooling, we should learn some skills, because me, myself, maybe if I was having that much skills that I can use to work, I don't think I would have gone there. So we should learn more skills as a youth. We shouldn't focus more on education and papers. Some people have their skills and
they shouldn't focus. We should focus on education, but not on just academic. You can do things, you can do skills, and that's what Gina is talking about. People, my time is up and I really have to go. So, but this is food for thought, that Gina wants people to learn skills and to be able to do these skills. Sometimes it is something that you want to do, but you dare not mention in your house because everybody else is so academic and they are first in school. But, I know people who were not first in school who are millionaires because they are doing what they want to do and they're doing it really well. So Gina has a point, and this is something that we should pursue and we should talk about more, and we should let people know that they should allow their children to flourish in whatever they want to do so that they do it well and it's beautiful. Thank you very much, Gina, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I am very pleased that you are here. I'm very pleased that you are alive. And Gina, we're going to talk some more later when the internet is good. So don't worry. This was just our tester. First one. Okay. So we shall talk later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, people, for listening, for staying, for joining us in this whole chat. This has been a good chat. It's just that it's been gaps in it, but it's been good. So thank you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.